Hello दोस्तों. So today we are again going to continue the polynomial chapter, which is chapter 2nd of class 9th mathematics. And in our previous videos we have understood some basic concepts of polynomial along with solving the exercise 2.1, right? This is we have done in last 3 videos. I hope you have gone through these videos and all, right? So now we are going ahead in this chapter and we are actually moving towards the exercise 2.2 and 2.3. That means we are going to do the concepts related to 2.2 and 2.3, right? First of all, we need to understand these 3 concepts. One is zeros of a polynomial, second remainder theorem and factor theorem. These are very important concepts related to this chapter, and if you have cleared all these concepts, trust me, the same chapter you will find in 10th standard and you will be dealing with all these things again when you will move to the standard 10. So it is better to understand them clearly over here, or one by one हम इनको करते जाएंगे. You will trust me, in the coming 10-15 minutes you will get the clear idea that what is a zero of a polynomial, what do we mean by remainder theorem, and what do we mean by factor theorem. But before starting these 3 concepts of a polynomial, we would like to go through something. Suppose there is a polynomial px and it is 2x square plus 4x plus 2. There is a polynomial px and it is 2x square plus 4x plus 2, right? Now if I tell that what is the value of px at x is equal to 1. Suppose a question है, px is a polynomial is given and we have asked the value of this polynomial at x is equal to 1. So how will you find out, right? X is equal to 1, it is clearly saying that you have to put 1 in place of x. You have to replace x by 1. So put it, so p1 is equal to 2 into 1 to the power 2 plus 4 into 1 plus 2. So it is 1 to 1 square is 1, so 2 into 1 plus 4 into 1 plus 2. So it is 2 plus 4 plus 2. So logically it is 8. So what do you have found? You have found that p1 is equal to 8, or value of px at x is equal to 1 is 8. Right? You have got this value of this polynomial. Why we are doing this thing? Because for understanding all these 3 things, we should understand this, right? And when you go to the exercise 2.2, you will find certain questions like this. Suppose px is equal to this, and they'll ask you that find p0, right? p minus 1, p2, and so on, right? So आपके माइंड में क्लियरली ये चीज आ जानी चाहिए that what do we mean by finding p0 is p0, put x 0 in place of x. So it is clearly what? 0, 0, 2. P minus 1 is equal to 2 into minus 1 square, 4 into minus 1 plus 2. So what it is? Minus 1 square is 1, so it is 2 minus 4 plus 2. So it is 4 plus 4 minus 4, it is 0. So p at p is equal to x is equal to minus 1. This polynomial has a value which is 0. Similarly, we can find out p2. So p2 is what? 2 into 2 to the power 2 plus 4 into 2 plus 2. So what it becomes? 2 into 4 plus 8 plus 2. So it is 8 plus 8 plus 2. So it becomes 18. So value of this polynomial at x is equal to 2 is 18. So this is how you will find the value of a polynomial at a given value of the variable. एक variable की कोई भी value आपको given हो और उस पे आपसे पूछा जाए that what is the value of the polynomial at this particular value, so you can find it out like this, right? Now we'll move further, आगे चलते हैं and let's start with these concepts. So first of all, we'll start zeros of a polynomial. Now, when we talk about zeros of a polynomial, if you ask about the definition of a zero of a polynomial, so it is quite clear that any real number k is zero of a polynomial if pk is equal to 0. What does it mean? कोई भी रियल नंबर we have denoted it by k, कहीं बुक्स में आपको a से मिलेगा, राइट? कुछ भी आप लिख सकते हैं. So any real number will be called as the zero of a polynomial if the value of that polynomial at that particular number is 0. कोई भी एक रियल नंबर उस पर्टिकुलर पॉलिनोमियल का 0 होगा अगर उस पर्टिकुलर पॉलिनोमियल की वैल्यू उस पर्टिकुलर पॉइंट पे 0 हो. थोड़ा सा थ्योरेटिकली कॉम्प्लिकेटेड लग रहा है, बट ऐसा है नहीं. मैं वापस से वही एक एग्जांपल लेता हूं. 2x स्क्वायर प्लस 4x प्लस 2. अभी हमने इसको किया था, राइट? सो सपोज x इज इक्वल टू -1. सो p एट x इज इक्वल टू -1, राइट? 2 -1 to the power 2 plus 4 into -1 plus 2. So it is -1 to the square positive 1, 2, 4 into -1 -4 plus 2. Sorry. So it becomes 4 minus 4. So it is 0. So since a value of this polynomial at x is equal to -1 is 0, that is why we'll call it that x is equal to -1 is a 0 of px 2x square plus 4x plus 2. Right? So now by this thing we have got some idea that how you can find out the zero of a polynomial. Now यहाँ पे एक लाइन मैंने लिखी है, वो लाइन ये है that x is equal to -1 is a zero of px. Is a zero of px मतलब ये एक जीरो है इस px का, right? Okay, but how many zeros are there? Is there only limited values of a particular for a particular polynomial at which that polynomial will be 0, right? So is there any limitations of all these zeros of a polynomial? This we need to understand that how many zeros can be there for a particular polynomial. ये क्वेश्चन आता है कि एक पॉलिनोमियल के कितने जीरो हो सकते हैं? How many zeros will be there, right? So to get that thing आपको सिर्फ एक चीज माइंड में रखनी है जो मैं यहाँ लिखने जा रहा हूं. प्लीज नोट इट डाउन. पहली चीज तो आप इसको नोट कर लीजिएगा that any real number k will be a zero of a polynomial if pk is equal to 0. ये सिर्फ एक अंडरस्टैंडिंग के लिए है. माइंड में जो आपको रखना है वो रखना है that किसी भी वैल्यू को उसका जीरो प्रूव करने के लिए हम उस वैल्यू को x की जगह y की जगह जो भी वेरिएबल होगा उसकी जगह उसको रिप्लेस करेंगे और अगर उस पॉलिनोमियल की वैल्यू उस पर्टिकुलर पॉइंट पे जीरो आ जाती है देन यू विल कॉल दैट कि दिस रियल नंबर दिस वैल्यू इज द जीरो ऑफ दैट पर्टिकुलर पॉलिनोमियल. राइट? क्लियर? नाउ अब हम जब आगे चलते हैं तो अभी हमने एक बात की थी कि कितने जीरो होंगे एक पॉलिनोमियल के. फॉर एग्जांपल इफ आई रिटर्न px as x plus 2, right? So इसका जीरो अगर मुझे निकालना है तो I clearly have that x is equal to -2, right? -2 will be a value at which it will become 0 because p at -2 is equal to -2 plus 2, so it is 0. So -2 is a zero of this polynomial, right? Similarly, if we write something like suppose 2x square plus 4 and plus 8x, let's suppose, right? This is something which we have got that 2x square plus 8x plus 4. इसको मैं थोड़ा सा और मॉडिफाई कर लेता हूं. let's suppose 2x square plus 7x plus 6. This is a polynomial, right? Because again the degree of this polynomial is a whole number. The highest power of the variable is the whole number, or sorry, all the powers of the variable is the whole number, so we'll call it a polynomial. इस polynomial की अगर मैं बात करूं तो इसकी वैल्यू 0 किस किस पॉइंट पे हो सकती है? अब इस चीज को आइडेंटिफाई करना थोड़ा सा मुश्किल है, तो एक रफ आइडिया के लिए हम केवल एक एक्सपेरिमेंट कर रहे हैं, फिर मैं आपको एक शॉर्ट ट्रिक बता दूंगा जिससे आपको सीधे सीधे पता चल जाएगा कि इस पॉलिनोमियल के कितने जीरो हो सकते हैं, राइट? सो इसको अगर मैं देखूं तो आई कैन राइट इट लाइक 2x स्क्वायर प्लस 4x प्लस 3x प्लस 6. ये मैंने कुछ नया नहीं किया है, आई हैव यूज्ड द स्प्लिटिंग द मिडिल टर्म technique to factorize this thing. So it will become like this and this. So 2x will be common, x plus 2 plus 3 is common, x plus 2, right? So x plus 2 and 2x plus 3, these are the two values. Now if I take this x plus 2 is equal to 0, so x will become minus 2, right? And if I take 2x plus 3 is equal to 0, I'll get x is equal to negative 3 by 2. So these are the two values I'll get, right? मैं इसको यहाँ ऊपर मेंशन कर देता हूँ. So x is equal to minus 2 and x is equal to minus 3 by 2. Suppose ये दो वैल्यूज आई और इन दो वैल्यूज पे मैं इस पॉलिनोमियल की वैल्यू निकाल रहा हूँ. So p at minus 2 is equal to 2 into minus 2 to the square plus 7 into minus 2 plus 6. Right? So इसको जब मैं सॉल्व करूंगा, so it will become 2 into 4 minus 14 plus 6. So it will become 8 minus 14 plus 6. So 8 plus 6, 14 minus 14. So it will become 0. Right? Similarly, when I find out the value of this polynomial, polynomial is 2x square plus 7x plus 6. Now I am putting this x is equal to minus 3 by 2. So 2 into minus 3 by 2 whole square plus 7 into minus 3 by 2 plus 6. So what will it become? Please solve it. You have 1 minute to solve it. Let's try. I hope आपको समझ आ रहा होगा कि किस तरह से करना है. बहुत easy है. So 2 multiplied by 9 by 4 plus minus 21 upon 2 plus 6. So it will become 9 by 2 minus 21 upon 2 plus 6. If I take LCM 2, so it will become 9 minus 21 plus 12. So again it is 21 minus 21 upon 2, which is 0 upon 2, which is 0. So again the value of this polynomial at minus 3 by 2 is 0. So what idea you have got that there are two values of this polynomial at which, sorry, two real numbers are there at which the polynomial has a value as 0. So which means there are two zeros of this polynomial, right? Now suppose if I take a polynomial px as x cube plus 4x square plus 3x plus 2, how many zeros are there? We call it as 3 zeros will be there, right? So the idea after all these examples is that any polynomial whose degree is greater or equal to 1 is greater or equal to 1, it has the same number of zeros. Means if the degree is n, if the degree of that polynomial is n, then number of zeros will also be n. So if a linear polynomial is there, right, the degree is 1, so number of zeros is 1. If degree is 2, number of zeros is 2. If degree is 3, number of zeros is 3, right? So if a polynomial has a degree 10, so it will have 10 number of zeros. Means there are 10 real numbers at which that polynomial will be 0. So idea behind finding the zeros of a polynomial is that whenever you put a particular real number in place of the variable and the value of the polynomial becomes 0, then that particular value will be called as the zero of that particular polynomial. उस polynomial का zero वो real number होगा जिस पे उस polynomial की value 0 हो जाती है. I think now the things are clear, right? और example ले लेते हैं. Suppose आपको एक polynomial दिया px is equal to 3x square plus 2x plus 1 और कहा check that whether the 3 is a 0 or not. 3 is a 0 or not. So let's find the value of p3. So 3 into 3 to the square plus 2 into 3 plus 1. So it will become 27 plus 6 plus 1. So it will become 34, which is not equal to 0. So 3 is not a 0 of px 3x square plus 2x plus 1. इस particular polynomial का 0 3 नहीं है. I think the zero of a polynomial is clear in your mind. Please revise this entire thing. Take some example. कुछ अपनी मर्जी से example बनाइए polynomial के. उसमें कोई भी एक real number लेकर देखिए. अगर उस polynomial की value उस real number पे 0 हो जाती है तो हम उस particular value को उस polynomial का 0 बोलेंगे, otherwise नहीं, right? अब बात ये आती है कि ये number कहाँ से पता चलेंगे. So when you gradually move towards the other concept of the polynomial in 9th standard as well as into the 10th standard, you will come to know that by how many methods you can find out the zeros of a polynomial. But right now the only thing you need to understand is that how to check that whether a particular value, a particular real number is a zero of a given polynomial or not. राइट. सो उस वैल्यू को चेक करने के लिए आपको सिर्फ इतना करना है कि x की जगह आप उस वैल्यू को उस पॉलिनोमियल में पुट कर दीजिए, कुछ स्क्वायर प्लस माइनस करिए और अगर वो 0 हो जाता है तो यू विल क्लियरली से दैट यस दिस रियल नंबर इज अ 0 ऑफ द गिवन polynomial, and if the value is not 0 then you will clearly say that this real number is not a 0 of the given polynomial, right? Please revise this thing and so that we can move towards the other concept, right? Thank you so much for watching and keep sharing, keep subscribing and keep giving your feedback whether it is positive or negative, because it will give us the room for improvement and we'll sure improve ourselves. Thank you so much. All the best.